Welcome back to the official Young Hunger podcast. Meet Darragh Clarke, the 24-year-old luxury lifestyle personal shopper. A young man who embodies exactly what we stand for as a podcast, both young and hungry.
Yes guys, so my name's Darragh Clarke. I am a luxury personal shopper online and I'm happy to be on the Young Hunger podcast.
Darragh sources high-end designer products for his clients whilst also creating his very own blueprint, teaching others his exact method to finding success. This is one episode you cannot afford to miss. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the episode.
Darragh, man, thank you so much for coming on.
No worries, lad. Thank you very, very much.
Here, love the fit.
Thank you, lad. So a wee bit of pink today for get the eyeballs on her.
It's fresh fade and all, boy.
That's it, got the haircuts her, so that's the crack. Yeah.
See, every time I'm on Instagram, your stuff comes up.
Yeah.
Time and time again. Honestly, it does. Like, it looks good. It looks slick. Like.
Well, that's the thing I always say, like, especially with me buying and selling the high-end stuff, what I always say is, well presented is half sold.
Yeah.
So you have to come across the right way, and you know, everything has to be consistent with what you're posting. That has to be to the right standard and all that kind of crack. So I just try and make sure everything's my kind of style, or as best, just whatever way I put it out there, you know.
And you're only 24.
24, I baby face.
For anyone who doesn't know you,
Yeah.
and what you're about, explain that to me.
So I'm Darragh Clarke, 24 years old, and I'm a luxury personal shopper. It all started just me with a passion for shoes since I was about like 16, and it just grew into what it is today. Do you know? It's just I'm at this 8 or 9 years now. It's mad.
Yeah.
It's mental.
Without doing this, what was the original plan? What was the original sort of, where were you looking to go?
I always had a push to work. I always wanted to work, do well, make a bit of money. That was always my thing from no age. Like, I was the boy at school. I'm sure there'll be loads of people watching this. They were the boy at school selling sweets. Yeah. That was me.
Was it? Yeah.
But not to a mad extent, but like my granny used to do the shopping on a Friday, and she would have bought the sweets for me and I just would have sold them, so it was pure profit. You know? So I wasn't actually going buying them and flipping them, I was just getting them on, flipping them on, you know.
Yeah.
But that was me. Like, I started working on the day of my 16th birthday in a wee petrol pumps back home. And I was always on the shoes, you know. And one day I got lucky on a pair of Yeezys on the release of so if anyone knows the Yeezys, you boys probably know what they are. I got lucky on the release of one of them, got them for £180 at the time. That was my pride and joy. I was 16 years old with this pair of shoes and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And wore them for a year, kept them really good condition. They were on my shelf in the room, like the pride and joy. And a year later, didn't really wear them a while, pal. I says, right, I'll stick them up for sale, see what I get for them.
Yeah.
Long story short, some fella he was in France, came on to me. I put them up on like Facebook or Depop or any of that. He came on and gave me £300 for them when I was like 17. So that was the
switch.
That was the light bulb for me. I says, what else?
Yeah.
What could I, like, so that was a real buzz. So I says, right, I can keep doing this. And that's how it started.
Yeah.
Started one pair of shoes.
And you were 16?
Yeah, 16.
Were you ever getting told from like family, friends, like, go to uni route or don't be...
Yeah, so I did do uni. I done business studies. But if I could go back again, I don't know. I kind of just done it because my parents wanted me to have the bit of paper.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, it's good to have the education. Like, it helps. But if you know you're going to do your own thing, or if you have that fire in your belly, it's not necessary. Like, I'll never use my degree for what I'm doing right now, to buy and sell high-end goods, or you know. But maybe the bit of education got me to see what I don't want to do.
Yeah.
You know, so take the good out of everything. That's kind of what I'm.
How come you were at the Think Network event? What drove you to that direction?
So I went to the Think Network event because I seen Carly Anderson, so the flipping Belfast.
Yes, I seen that. Yeah.
So she was on a podcast, and I don't know who maybe she was on Muse, but I'm not too sure. She was on a podcast anyway, and seen this woman was buying and selling houses and flipping, and I always wanted to get into property. So if we go back to that, but at the start, I was always trying to save money to get on the property. So my way to do that was shoes.
Yeah.
You know, but I seen Carly speaking on this thing. She says, I'm actually going to this Think event. So I booked a ticket just to go and chat there. Got speaking there. that's where I met you.
Yeah,
and here we are in this lovely sofa.
Mental, like.
Crazy, like.
Because I actually kept it as my screensaver, but you sent me like a couple of like notes.
Yeah, so I was watching away your podcast too. It's mad,
Yeah.
like. But I actually said to you yesterday on the thing, like I told my friends I was going to be on this like Connor, my friend, and a couple other boys. The guy says, "Them boys, I'm going to be on this podcast." I didn't know how it was going to happen.
Yeah. What they say whenever you're like,
there was a guy, you probably will, like, I don't know, but I like anything I put my head to, it happens because I don't give up at it, or it has to happen, because if you just keep putting in the work, that's my thing. Like,
you were speaking with Carly, like doing an event or something.
Yeah,
I was meant to go, never actually got. But it's mad, like, because that's the type of thing you're doing now, isn't it?
I wrote on a bit of, like, before a couple of years ago, I couldn't have went on this.
No,
lad. I could not have, like, I couldn't, like, I could speak. I can chat when I'm out of the house, or I'm bubbly and I'm always smiling, right? But I was always very nervous, and like, I was about in school on the toilets taking panic attacks when I was 18, 19 in my A levels.
Yeah.
No, I kind of like, and that's mental. That just being around the right people, you today, these boys, like, that's just, it gets you in the right way of thinking, gets you out there, and that's mad.
Because even with Paddy, we were speaking about vibrations earlier, and like, I'm sure you know yourself, law of attraction, all that sort of stuff.
It's so important.
Yeah.
Like,
do you do much of that? Do you
yeah. So I write my goals. Like, you need to know what you want. What are we doing all this work for? What are we? Do you know what I mean? So I'm a big one for, like, vision boards and all that kind of crack, and writing. Not this whole cliche. The people say, "Oh, law of attraction, I'm going to manifest." It doesn't work unless you put in the work.
Yeah.
You have to work for it to work. Like, anybody can write on a whiteboard or on a bit of paper, "I want this, I want that, I will have this, I will have that." But if you don't put in the work for it,
what's the point?
It doesn't happen unless you work. So it comes hand in hand.
Yeah.
You know?
I know you do, like, a blueprint. You teach others.
I do. Yeah.
But what happened at the time? Did you get scammed?
Yeah. So, oh man, this is a good one. So, obviously, I've been buying and selling the high-end goods since I was like 16, 17. But as I said, the Yeezys and stuff, they died down over from like 2016 to 2020. So I thought, right, what else can I get into that, you know, I can just keep doing this? So I said, right, I can sell a man a t-shirt, I can sell him a pair of jeans, I can sell him a pair of shoes, sell him a watch. If he's into that, his wife is on the Chanel handbags, LV handbags, scarves, watches. So I says, right, I can get into personal shopping. Seeing a couple of people in the UK doing it. No one was doing it here in Ireland. No one was doing it in Northern Ireland. So I thought, right, okay. I was following a couple of people in the UK, and a personal shopper over there in Manchester done a thing. Well, he said it was a contacts pack. There's a sucker born every day. I was one of the suckers that gave this fella $2,000 for a contacts list. So at the time, it wasn't even, everything I've done here has been from my own money, but I actually got a loan out at the time for something else. Didn't use it for the purpose of the loan, and I think it was maybe £5,000 or £6,000. I put $2,000 into this contacts list. I put £1,500 in the what I thought was real fake stock, so I got scammed the £1,500 as well, and I used the rest of the money to do up a studio like this. So my blueprint is teaching people how to begin, because I got off to a bad start. So that was like, you hear people talking like about turn back moments and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah,
that was my turn back moment. Like, this was my baby that I was building, and I started off with a kick. I got the kick right away. But that was the best thing ever happened to me, because that was it. It grew, it got me in the door. Like, don't get me wrong, it got me speaking to the right people. But some of the suppliers I was given sold fake clothes. Some of them it wasn't concrete suppliers, and that's what I give now. That's what I give my students.
Yeah, I feel like nearly, if you could do it again, you probably would. Nearly, because
definitely, I wouldn't change one bit, because it got me. This is what people think they're going through, like, bad stuff. It's not a bad day; it's a bad moment. Like, just Keep her lit. That's
Yeah.
my motto now. I say in my story, keep her lit.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So
I see it all the
just
time.
keep her lit.
Because what if someone wants to get involved with the blueprint and you?
Yeah.
What's like a sort of step-by-step process?
So I do a complimentary call at the beginning to see if someone qualifies for my blueprint, because you see a lot of these boys online, they're selling a course or a mentorship, or this is not Forex signals and all that crack, right? That's not me. I'm not sugarcoating what I'm doing. I do this so I can teach it, but it takes the right person like me that wants to put on the work, that can take the kick that like my blueprint is I've took the kicks so them boys don't have to, or them girls. I've actually signed on the first girl to come on my blueprint there from London. So yeah, it's mad. Like,
going international now.
That's it. So we have people on the blueprint, like we have a few boys in the north here, Northern Ireland, a couple of boys in Southern Ireland, few in the UK, and one fell in the Netherlands. So so it's going really, really good. But that's the power of social media. Like, it's just
what does like your family and all say? Are they just like,
it's mad? Like,
it's
mental. Like my dad, he would be kind of good head on him as well, but he can't. That's mad. Even I can't get my head around like that. How personal shopping works. Back then, you needed to have your own stock to make sales. Yeah. So I was going on the Flannels website on Selfridges, ordering the goods to my showroom, taking the photo of my business card, pretending I sold them, sending it back. I'm being completely transparent. Sending it back, then getting my money back just to make it look like I was busy at the start.
Yeah.
You know, you had to have stuff in hand to sell it, or have this kind of image that you're already doing it. Whereas now, the way personal shopping, reselling, sourcing works is we're sourcing upon request. So I'm not actually using my own money. I'm using the client's money as such. So, like, for example, let's say a Canada Goose jacket, okay? On retail, that jacket might be £1,000, okay? As personal shoppers, we're able to get it at a discount, 20-30% off.
Yeah.
So let's just say £800, we can attain it. We will literally quote the client £950. The client's saving £50 off retail. They send me the payment of £950, then I'm using the client's £950 and I'm going and buying it for £800. So what's left is my £150 profit.
And just keep doing that.
That's how it works. But only I started off really, really slow and down here with the shoes and stuff and the lower embodies, and now I'm just doing it on a bigger scale. I'm doing it with like Rolex watches.
I've seen their story there.
Birkin bags. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. But
what way, especially when you're getting yourself out there at the start, what way do you gain clients and things?
It's just about the big thing I say to people, especially coming on the blueprint. Like, you need to put yourself in the position where your ideal client is. So what I always say is, okay, if I'm going to a big city, I'm going to the nicest hotel, and I'm seeing the lady who has the Chanel handbag, and I'm going over and approaching her nicely. Love your handbag. Here's what I do for a living. There's my Instagram. If I can ever help you, there I am. Just coming across. Like, manners is the biggest thing. Like, can you look someone in the eye? Can you speak well? That's why I need to qualify these boys and bring it on the blueprint. Because they need to be a certain... You have to be able to chat. You have to be able to speak to people. Yeah. It's personality. People buy off people. That's it. Everybody knows that. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? That's what it's all about. So if you come across the right way, just that's how it is. But obviously, social media, TikTok, Instagram, that's your run of the mill. That's how you get them on. That's your hook, isn't it? But
yeah, big time. How did you come across us back in the day?
I just found you on Instagram, TikTok, For You page or something, you know.
Yeah.
And I love that. Like, there's people here doing stuff. It's not just America. It's not just the UK. There's people right here. Like, you're an hour up the road from me.
I know. It's pretty mad, isn't it?
That's class. It's class, man. I love it. Like,
but what wait, you've been through so much at such a young age.
Yeah.
What's the sort of, I guess, challenges you faced that maybe other people or someone else watching this could learn from?
You have to be willing to, like, obviously take the wee risk on yourself. That's the big thing. People say, like, people will go and get 2-3 grand loan to go on a holiday, but they'll not put £1,000 into themselves. So investing into yourself is the big one for me. Like, I have a mentor myself, Ryan Quinn. I've only been on with him for like a month, really, but I'm doing 3 months with him. He spent a pile of money on himself. I've spent money in my own business and myself too. Like, everybody's learning, so don't be afraid to put the money into yourself. Don't be afraid to take a chance on you and not. Do you know what I mean? That's what I do you know, it's just about getting your head right. Like I was looking at my goals there for 2024 that I wrote on my list on New Year's Eve, and it was 9 or 10 things down the list was completely materialistic. How much money I wanted in the bank, what watch I wanted, what car I wanted. Oh, I want to buy a house. Money. None of them was about me. So I clicked in July this year when I was in Thailand, when I seen like, geez, there's actually a lot more to the world than just work, business, money.
Yeah.
That like life, lad. That's what, like, I was sitting on a boat on that PP or Fifi Islands or PP Islands, whatever you call it. It was the 27th of July, 2024, and crystal blue water. And I was just like, this is what me and my friend, me and my best buddy, sitting on a boat that we rented out. Just, that's what life's about. It's not about, the money is a tool to do that. Money's a tool for experiences. Money's a tool to love your life. Like, but it's not the God. It was my God, or what I thought. Everything was money. It's not. Yeah. Money, it's what it can do for you. Do you know what I mean? But what I'll say is, something clicked me that day in the 27th of July, 2024. I was like, my friend, I was saying, Connor, like, there's something about today's date. I don't know what it is. There's something about today's date. That was grand. We were jumping off the boat. We was snorkeling. It was class. The sun was shining. And I went on my phone. And I'll actually get it up here. I went on my phone into my camera roll and I searched up the date. 27th of July. 27th of July. So here's a photo of me.
Yeah.
On where we was at in the PP Islands. Uh-huh. Okay. And then if I scroll on back, because I knew there's something about today's date, and that was the day I left my job 2 years ago.
That's mental, like, innit?
So, like last day of the 95, I've read up my Snapchat.
How did your ones take it whenever you said, right, I'm leaving the 9 to 5 life?
I just knew. It was, man, I was on a placement with uni, and I was working just a normal 9 to 5, 37 and a half hour contract. I was getting paid maybe like £300 odd a week. And I just felt like there's nothing wrong with the job, the 9 to 5, absolutely nothing wrong. I used the job, I seen it as a cow. And I'm going to just milk this cow as much as I can. I'm going to put my money in the shoes and start flipping. Yeah. But that job let me know exactly what I didn't want anymore. You know, I felt like a robot. I felt like, you know, I had no purpose. I was coming home at 5:30, 6. I didn't want to sit. It was just put me in a bad place up here. I was sneaking off to the toilet and work to get on my phone to try and sell shoes. You know, I had that wee fire, and I still have that fire, and that fire will never leave my belly. Like, but
no, I love that, because I hear,
do you know?
I hear talking to people, I hear that all the time. Yeah. But the difference is they're maybe still doing the thing they don't want to do.
The thing is,
trapped maybe.
Like, the thing is, you're not trapped. Use it. This isn't forever. If that's not what you want, that's not forever. Just use it to get where you want to go. Yeah. Put it under yourself. Start something on the side. It doesn't have to be personal shopping. It doesn't have to be reselling. It doesn't have to be selling high-end goods like me. It can be starting your own podcast. It can be creating a studio here to do something for other people to use this service today. Like, do you know, anything. Girls, nails, hair, eyelashes. My girlfriend's going to do eyebrows. Do you know, I want her to do her own thing, because it's not for the money, it's what it can allow you to do. It can allow you to take your mum out for dinner. It can allow you to buy your dad a car someday. It can allow you to...
It's the freedom, really, as well.
Yes, man. Go on holidays with your family, with your loved ones. That's what it is. It's not about the flash, the materialistic. It's... Life's not for working 40 hours a week and getting 2 days off at the weekend. Yeah.
A lot of people do, you know what I mean? Like, that's the thing.
And that's grand, but use it. If that's you're happy... Content, happy enough. Yeah. I have nothing against it. Everybody is their own happy. It just wasn't mine.
Have you heard of DJK?
Yeah.
We were speaking to him this morning there.
Yeah, no way.
And he said that literally the exact same thing, isn't it? About the freedom and things. It's not about the money, it's the freedom and stuff. That's mental. You're saying the exact same thing nearly.
100%. But like a year ago, I wasn't thinking like this. It hit me kind of July. I went to Thailand for 2 weeks, and I just took my book and I said, what do I actually want? Because, as I said, I was materialistic, so materialistic. Money in the bank, watch, car, blah, 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 blah. And I had off all these goals at 23, 24.
Yeah.
And it was just like, what now? What now? I've already got all these things I wanted. What now? It was something on here was missing.
Yeah.
Something up here. Like, it's me. I need to focus on me first. Now, I wasn't chasing the money for the wrong reasons. I was, obviously the materialistic stuff wasn't the right reason, but I was chasing the money, like what it can do, right? I can look after my mum and dad down the line, my sister, partner, my kids down the line, all that kind of crack. But it was getting to the stage, I was doing it for other people, not me. It was actually unhealthy. It was putting me in a bad place that I was chasing for the wrong reasons. So in July, I clicked, I need to start doing it for me.
Yeah, just...
For me, on the 27th of July, I clicked on that boat. I says, I need to do it for me first, then I can help others.
You know what, I hear what you're saying, and I see your story all the time, and you're reading a lot, you're reading loads of different books.
Yeah.
What type of thing are you reading at the minute?
I can't tell you the book.
No?
No, I tell the boys that come on my blueprint the name of that book. So if you want to know...
It's good, because I've read it and stuff, and then it's like...
a clinker. You know, it's 1 page a day. I wouldn't be a wild man for reading, right? Like pages. I don't know, I'm just... Not for me. I lose my attention really. So I just read a page a day, and there's no like order in this there's no order in this specific book as in a linear fashion. It's just a page a day with a different quote. You know? Yeah. And I'll just take what's on that. I'll flick to a random page, like whatever's meant for me today. I'll open the book, I'll read it, and it just always applies. Yeah. Gets me in the right way of thinking. Yeah. Even for today, do you know what I mean? Just
Carly's a big fan of yours, Carly Anderson.
Carly is 100%. Carly got me, and all this got me chatting.
Did she?
100%. Like,
she says a lot like yourself. Like, you know, there's definitely similarities there.
Really?
Yeah, big time. Yeah, I can see it. Like, but her game's like the property and stuff.
Yeah.
No. What's next? I guess for like speaking events, are you doing much more of that?
Yeah. So my goal now is to do something like this once a month. Yeah. So I was doing Carly's event, and then the next month I was at another one in the Merchant in the rooftop. Not that long ago, a couple of weeks ago. And now this month I'm doing this. So eventually I want to do my own event, maybe for people on my blueprint or people who's interested. Yeah. Or maybe do an event for my clients, for my actual clients from the personal shopping, like, you know, just a mixing event or get together. Or
is it just you, or have you a team, or what way do you work?
One man band so far. 1 man band.
How do you find that? Do you ever?
Oh man, my dad always says, "Geez, Darragh, if your mum had two, you'd be some man." You know what I mean? So that's it's 1 man band for now. But I know the whole thing is you have to delegate to build. You know,
bigger.
So it's like it's taking a lot of time for me now to number one look after my clients, who is actually buying the watch, buying the handbag, buying the pair of Louis Vuitton shoes. That's my bread and butter. You know, the blueprints is on the side where I'm mentoring people, but this is my golden goose. Yeah. Do you know? This is...
The mentoring's more...
The reason the mentoring's going good is because I'm actually doing what I'm teaching. Do you know what I mean? I'm doing this every single day. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
You're everywhere. Seen you were in Paris.
Yeah, it's absolutely amazing what it's turned on. Like, as I say, it started from 1 pair of shoes when I was like 16. I was in Dubai this year. I was in Paris. I was all over, man. It's one of them jobs that you can actually travel with it too. Yeah. Do you know?
Well, one thing we sort of ask on most podcasts is that, like, do you have any daily habits or rituals or something you do every day that makes you successful?
My thing now, not all the time, but like in the last month or so since I've been on with my mentor, is obviously the getting up early. Do you know what I mean? That starts your day, right? Gym, like, now I do the non-negotiables is what I call it at the start of the day. So I'll get the gym done, trying to get in good shape here, shake off the puppy fat. But do gym, read a page of my book, checking up above. I'd be religious. I don't know about you boys, but just be grateful, and then look after me first. Do me first, and then the business comes. I, again, used to be money, chase. But if I just look after myself first, that's all comes. I had one of my best months last month because I put myself first. Done gym, got my head right, eating good, reading a page of my book, checking it up above, all that kind of stuff. Then the buzz flows, business comes. You know, but if you're not right up here, then you can't concentrate in the work either. Do you know what I mean?
How do you surround yourself with, I guess, like-minded people. Like, I was actually speaking to Luke beforehand. It's like trying to get yourself into a position where everyone's thinking alike. Do you know what I mean? I found that pretty hard in my time.
I find that so hard. Like, there's like people like me and you, people who run their own business. Like, I'm sure they find it hard to mix with the right people. Like, my friends now, as like people I'm buying shoes with, selling, all their personal shoppers in the UK.
Yeah.
The odd boy here, local, like my friend Connor or a couple other friends, Aiden, you know, people in the same kind of wave. I went through stuff last year that, you know, stuff, I don't want to do anything now that's not serving me. You know, so I'm not completely against going out at the weekend. You have to have fun on the right occasion. But just going out for the sake of it, like I was running around a couple of years ago, even up to last year, every weekend, going out, drinking, partying. It's just not for me no more. It's like, yeah, on the right occasion. I'm not a pioneer of any, you know, I'll go skiing with the boys this year and it'll be a clinker of a week.
Yeah.
But
would you drink much?
No, not really. Not really. Do you know, I say I don't like the way it feels. I need to be sharp on a Monday morning when I have someone on a call.
Sharp as a tack nearly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, you have to come across the right way. If I'm meeting clients who's buying a 20 grand handbag off me, I need to be on the ball. I need to be sharp. I need to come across. I need to look the part. I need to have a fresh haircut. No, it's all about image. How you come across. You get one chance to make a good first impression. You know, so it's like 4 or 5 seconds. The day I met you, if you didn't like the way I come across, I wouldn't be on this sofa.
Yeah.
Do you know, it's all about how you come across. That's a big, big thing in my game.
How do you make time for content, or is it just something you...
One man band again.
Yeah.
One man band. Like, I'm trying to get on there, a bit of a routine. You need to get on some sort of routine. But as I say, now in the last kind of month or so, since I've been on with my new mentor, Ryan, do you know, take care of yourself first in the morning, up early, gym, page in my book, checking up above, maybe a wee ice bath, cold plunge. I love the cold showers.
It's good, isn't it?
Oh, it's got some buzz. It's not good when you're doing it, but when you get out, you're like, whoa, there's the buzz. Like,
I know.
Do you do them?
Yeah, I've sort of fell out of routine there the last wee while, but you definitely feel a difference. Early mornings, you say gym, ice bath, it is.
And then you're just like, come 8 o'clock in the morning, you're 3 or 4 nil up.
Yeah.
You know, you've done your ice bath, you've done your gym, you've had a good breakfast, you've checked your book, you blah blah blah. So
compare that to when you don't.
Yes.
It's
oh my god.
Animal, like.
Yeah. If you lie on the 10 o'clock in the day, then you're groggy when you wake up. You're rushing. For me now, I'm rushing to post a pair of shoes to the post office to a client. You know, it's just start off right and make your bed. My dad always says to me, Darragh, you need to start making your bed. You need to start making your bed. And I was like, oh, come on, I have to go to the post office. I'm rushing. Like, he says, no, you need to make your bed. Anyways, I come on board, spent a bit of money in the mentor. What's the first thing he says to me? You making your bed? But I needed to hear it from someone else. Sometimes you'll listen to your parents. Like my dad and my mum, best in the world. Best parents I could ever ask for. And that's the reason that I am the way I am today, because I've seen it off of them.
Yeah.
But sometimes when you're hearing stuff in your own house, it doesn't click. You need to hear it from someone else.
I know.
I don't know, maybe you can
No,
relate.
I 100% agree.
No, but my dad's usually always right, and he's going to laugh at me here because he says, I'm always right.
How do they find whenever you said, here, I'm going to do a podcast here? Were they like, what?
No, it's mental.
I know.
It's class. It's mental what it's all turned into, but...
So on such a short period of time, really?
But you know what, I'm not even surprised because I've worked my ass off. Like, I don't know, you might want to bleep that, but I know how much work I've put in. Like, no one's seen me 3 years ago when shoes wasn't flying out like they are today. No one's seen me in the office at 3 o'clock in the morning taking photos. I am obsessed.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed. That's why I will never ever fail, because I'm just obsessed. If something doesn't go my way, grand, next.
Rather than dwelling on the failure.
Yeah, you need like 10 no's to get a yes.
Yeah.
Just keep knocking the doors, like keep her lit.
Yeah.
Keep her lit, that's my word.
I think the sort of normal person would hear that no and be like, put off maybe by doing it again, or doesn't want to do it.
But that's whenever I get to something that's not going my way, or I've got scammed in the past, a pair of shoes, £800 pair of Dior's, that's a sore hit. Like, you know, it takes me a lot of money to make back another £800, or a lot of sales to make back that £800 hit.
Yeah.
But what I always say to myself is, this is where everybody else gives up, and this is why I'm getting on, because I just don't.
Yeah.
I just don't give up. This is why I qualify the people I bring on my blueprint. They need to be able, like, now, don't get me wrong, I mitigate the risk for these guys now, so they don't have to take that. I put them in touch with the right contacts, the right suppliers, the right network, and then they're not just getting all this, they're actually getting mentored by me. So it's not a pre-recorded course. It's not a course. It's a blueprint. It's a one-to-one mentorship. Well, I will sit one-to-one of the guys local, have a coffee with them, talk to him for 4 weeks, exactly all my knowledge in the first 3 weeks, and then the final week in touch with the contacts. But I just can't give these guys or my students the contacts right away. It's like giving someone a gun and then not knowing how to shoot it. They blow the head off themselves.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to say. So
100%.
it's just, I get them up to scratch and then I put them on to the right network.
Would you tell them to do like the morning routine as well? Would that be something?
Yeah, so at the beginning, I started off strictly, I'm just going to teach you how to sell shoes. But what I want to do now is build my personal brand. And I want to teach people, not just the guys or the girls who want to sell shoes and watches, how do you like run a business? How do you, like, there's so much more than just working a job you hate.
Yeah.
Just to pay the bills or pay finance on a flashy car. It's like, you know, there's so much more to it. So that's what I want to do. I want to help people. And it was, since I've been on with my new mentor, Ryan, like, he's flicked my head completely.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Is that my phone? Oh,
one of your clients maybe?
No, somebody on for a pair of shoes, mate. I have to pause her here.
No, yeah. I like it. I tell you what is like, this is something we ask in most podcasts and stuff, but what is like a key factor to like your own success? What's that thing? Is there a multitude of things? Or
just relentless, lad.
Yeah. Just constantly every day?
Not even every day. Like, you're not going to be 100% every single day. The people on Instagram think, oh, look at me, I get up at 4 o'clock every morning, I do this, I do that. You're not going to be 100% every day, but if you still give your 100% in the day that you're only 50%, just do your best.
Yeah.
My dad always says to me, Darragh, you know, if you just do your best, this is with school, with anything, with exams or any of that, like, if you just do your best, that's all you can ask. Like, and if you do your absolute best in something, then you can't fail, or you can't, you know, just do your best.
Yeah.
Why would you not?
But why? Yeah, you're
why
right.
would you not?
Yeah.
Do you know?
Yeah. When you say it like that,
you
it's
know,
obvious.
there's so much out there to get.
Yeah.
Like, someone has to drive the Lamborghini here. Somebody has to drive her.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a Lamborghini. Like, the next time I'm on this podcast, I'll pull up my Lambo. Like,
no, like,
but that's back to materialistic. But that's a goal still. But I have other goals that's more personal, and like, want to look after my parents, and that's a big push for me. Like, want to look after them.
Say that, Darragh, 2 years ago, was there any role models or anything you had, any mentors or people you looked up to back then that made you the person you
My role model and my hero is my dad. Mm-hmm. You know, because I see, like, he's just, it's just my dad, lad. That is the one. You know, he was always a hard worker. He had his own businesses when I was growing up. I didn't see much of him because he was always away early in the morning and he was back late at night, but he always landed with 2 lollipops for me and my sister at night time at 8 or 9 o'clock when he was home. Yeah. You know, I seen the work he put in. I was sitting in the van with him when I was a kid, 4 or 5 years old, and he was going around all the shops or all the businesses he had.
Does he do something similar? Or?
So, no, my dad, he specialised at the beginning when I was growing up in like jukeboxes and casino machines, amusements, that kind of stuff. So that's kind of where I seen, you know, I was counting £2 coins when I was a kid, or £1 coins and the money bags.
Yeah.
That's where I got the taste. I seen it, you know, and
getting that flavour of it.
That was the taste. Like, I used to say to my aunt, my godmother, she says, what are you going to be when you grow up? This is when I was this height. I'm not that big now, but when I was like 4 or 5, I didn't even know what this meant. I don't know where I've heard it, but she says, what are you going to be when you grow up? And I says, I'm going to be a tycoon.
Yeah.
I don't even know what a tycoon means. You have to Google it. But it means something businessy, but that's just in me, lad. Yeah. I just always wanted to do my own thing. Always wanted to get on. You know, that's going back to like that placement job I was talking to you about. Yeah. I was working there for like maybe £300 a month, or £300 a week, and it wasn't fulfilling me. And one day, this is what it was for me. A client came on to me on WhatsApp on the phone. Yes, Darragh, can you sort me out this Louis Vuitton suitcase? This is on my lunch break, or this is on my break at 11 o'clock in the morning. Went to the toilet, went on the phone, sorted the suitcase, made £285, and that was like, right, I'm making myself miserable here, working for £300 a week. Nothing wrong with it, but it was something I didn't want to do.
Yeah.
And I've just made the guts of my week's wage in one sale. I need to take a risk on myself. No, don't get me wrong, the first couple of months after I left my job, reality hit, like, right there's no wages coming here. I now have to sell shoes to eat.
The pressure.
I
really,
have
yeah.
to sell shoes. They put petrol in my car. I can't lie on the 10 o'clock in the morning anymore. Do you know?
Yeah.
I need to get up. I need to sell shoes. I need to make it happen. So, and that's what is happening.
Yeah,
Do you know?
it's probably mad seeing it all unfold nearly. In
It is, but I've already seen it. Like,
Yeah.
I know what's there. It's already happened. I'm just getting there.
Yeah.
It's just timing.
What about the Darragh in like 2 years' time? What's that? What's your sort of, what way do you envision it?
I would like to have, now, my business as it is now is beautiful. It's completely online, you know, but I would love a physical business. Like, I love coffee, so I want to have a coffee shop someday. That's
Yeah.
my thing. I want to have, you know, something physical, whether it's a chain of coffee shops or whether it's a franchise of something else or just something, you know, but I want to help other people, not just the guy or the girl who wants to get into selling shoes and stuff.
Yeah.
I want to get into the whole personal development part as well. You know, looking after yourself.
What about the term all in? You're an all in man, I say it.
Aye.
Yeah, because that's again something we hear all
Yeah.
the time. Like all in is a phrase, and no plan B. That's another thing.
Lad,
All in.
left the job.
Yeah.
Didn't know, like, I have to sell shoes now.
Yeah.
I am all in. I have to be all in. If
Yeah.
I don't sell something this week, then I don't make no money. I'm not getting the wage on a Friday anymore. I'm not getting the pay slip at the end of the month. I have to make it happen, and I will make it happen. I
Yeah.
make everything happen because I just put my time into it.
Yeah. Do you think you have to put yourself on a certain frequency to make it happen?
Mixing with the right people. What you're allowing in this year, do you know, it's is a big part of it. Like who you're running about with, the right circle. My circle's like this now, really, really tiny. Do you know, I don't. Do you know, like two good, solid friends is better than 20. That's all I need. Like
Quality over quantity.
use boys, the people in this room, like that's the clique. It's the people you want to be about, like
Yeah.
not the 20 people who's just there who want to go out at the weekend with you or who wants a drinking buddy.
Would you ever feel growing up nearly being like a black sheep, something different?
I was always a really, really shy kid. Like,
Were you?
I probably don't seem that shy today.
No.
I don't even know how this is all coming out, to be honest. I used to be really nervous and like, definitely, but I was always like a wee bit outgoing, a wee bit mischievous. Like
Around the right group, I'm sure.
teachers is always
Yeah.
ringing home saying, Darragh's at this, or throwing pencils in the class. And all
What were you like in school? Were you a rule breaker or
No.
rule follower? Or?
well, my mum always calls me the outside angel, like,
Yeah.
do you know, but
Yeah.
look, we all got good on there, a wee bit of mischievous stuff at school, like, you
I
know,
know, push the
when
road.
you're away in, when you're a kid, but
I know.
no, I was good, like, done alright in school. I was never the A-star boy, like, kind of B's.
Well, that's the thing.
It's
Like,
alright,
the season B's are the ones that make the businesses, isn't it?
that's
a weird thing.
done, but I was ripping on my A-levels. I done business for A-level, and I really wanted an A in business, because
Yeah.
business is my wee thing now, like.
Yeah.
But I got a B, so it's alright, but that kind of ticked me off a bit,
Yeah.
like I would like to have the A in business, but...
It was you 2 years ago. Maybe someone's watching this and seeing you, but maybe it's sort of stuck in a wee bit of a rut or hasn't found their thing. Have you any advice for that person?
Can you say that one again?
Like if someone's watching this and maybe hasn't found their thing, your thing's business and the selling,
Yeah.
and they're maybe stuck in like a wee bit of a rut.
Yeah.
Is there any advice on how they can find their thing? Is there any?
Well, if you have an interest in something, it's going to take care of itself. Do you know, so for me, shoes was always my thing. Like when I was back to primary school again, when I was playing tag in the playground, I would say, no, pause game. I was getting off and I was getting my shoe. That
Yeah.
was me. Shoes was always my thing.
Yeah.
Do you know, that, and now it's just turned into a business for me. So find your thing. Do you know, your gift is the thing you do the absolute best with the least amount of effort. For me, it's shoes.
who's coached that?
Steve Harvey, lad.
Yes,
Steve
yes.
Harvey he's the owner. There's my alarm. Read this. So
Yeah,
I
no,
have this
I like
alarm
it.
set for every 3 hours. So my name is Darragh Clarke, and only good things happen to me. So
Yeah.
that's by
Constantly,
chance.
yeah.
lad, up here, like, you know, surround yourself, put the right stuff under your head is one of them.
Steve's good. Steve Harvey's good.
Steve Harvey changed my life.
Homeless now, and then he came
Changed
through it.
my life, like
Yeah.
proper. He says a thing. What is it? You have not because you ask not. You know, so ask.
That's a Bible, nearly a
Yeah,
Bible verse.
yeah.
isn't it, as well?
Like I'll say I'm religious, like really. I'm not a Bible basher, not a Bible thumper, but I believe in God, like, and that's just my thing, like.
Yeah.
Do you know? And if you checking up above and you look after yourself first, the rest flows. Do you know? That's my thing.
No.
You know.
Oh,
but Steve Harvey's class.
Oh, he's good, isn't he? Like,
He changed my life, lad. 2022, 2021. I wasn't listening to music in the shower anymore. I was listening to Steve Harvey on his.
because he does like the wee talks in intervals and stuff of the game show.
Yeah,
doesn't he?
That's what it is.
Yeah, Steve Harvey.
Same way
motivational,
I
yeah.
wrote down I was going to be chatting here.
Yeah.
I have written my note on my piece of paper that I'm going to meet Steve Harvey.
Yeah.
And I am going to meet him.
Yeah. No, I like it. I
I
believe
am
it.
going to get the selfie, like, and I'll send it to you. But yeah, I'm 100% going to meet him. Like,
He's fascinating. He came from being a homeless and then
he had
Apollo and stuff.
He says that he had a stammer growing up, and his teacher asked him, right, everybody write down what they want to be when they grow up. So Jimmy wanted to be a fireman, Sally wanted to be a hairdresser, Steve said, I want to be on TV.
Yeah.
You know? And then she obviously made a kind of joke of him, and that put him down, and then that's it. He just had that fire, the same fire I have to get on, the same fire you have that you started your own podcast. No one put this idea in your head. It was yours. You know, it's in your head for a reason. That's your thing. This fella here has done up this podcast studio.
Yeah, the content studio.
Shout out the content studio. This is class, you know. But no one done this for you. You know, you done your own thing, and you know that's what I mean. It's like if something's in your head, that's yours.
Yeah.
Go and run with it. Like Steve says, if you want to kill a big dream, don't. If you want to kill a big dream, tell it to a small-minded person. You know, they'll shut it down.
Yeah.
That's all right, but it's not in their head. It's in yours, or it's in mine.
Yeah,
the shoes was in my head. When I sent that fella $2,000 and I got scammed, that was in my head. My dad says, Darragh, that's a scam, and I was like, Daddy, please, I know this is going to work.
Yeah.
Yes, I did get scammed. He was right. So Trev, you were right. But you know, I was right because it was in my head, and now I'm here, and it's working, and it's just take the risk. If it's in your head, it's in your head for a reason. Something's put it in there. Einstein says imagination is the key to everything. It's the preview of life's common attractions.
Yeah,
Class quote.
I know.
You know her?
You know what I feel like? I feel like I'm talking to like nearly a mirror. Do you know what I mean? 'Cause I know what you're saying. I feel like you're nearly like the embodiment of what them quotes are all about. Do you know what I mean?
I have just drilled that into my head. Like I love music and stuff and all that. Like play a bit of piano, play a couple of other instruments. Music's my thing too. But I just like putting the right stuff in my ear, like Steve Harvey, like the right books, the right podcasts, listening to you boys who you have on this pod. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's so important. Like
you're going all the time and everything's flat out for you. What do you do when you're not working? How do you switch off? Do you switch off?
Well, gym, like as I say now, I look after myself first in the mornings. That's my wee bit of me time. Like I might go sauna or something or steam room. Music is my switch off. I've clicked that because I, as I said, went to Thailand, tried to find out what's my purpose, what's my thing, what makes me happy. Music's the thing. I have a musical ear, do you know? So not amazing, like, but when I listen to music, the right music, piano, like even classical stuff. My girlfriend thinks I'm a looper. I'm listening to the music with no words. Yeah. That's just my like switch off. The way some people go on a bicycle and go 20 or 30 miles, that's their switch off. What do you do? What's your thing?
Probably the podcast, to be honest.
Is it? This is your thing?
This is my thing, class. Yeah. It's first time up in the studio.
Oh, this is a clinker of a place, hey.
It's good, isn't it?
So good. So good.
Like I said, I was going to Belfast and I thought I wanted to do some more closer.
No, I'm so glad. I'll be back here. I'll be back because I want to start my own thing for people on the blueprint.
Yeah.
You know, so the success story of the guy, like one of my students in Dublin, and his first while after launching, he'd done 11,000 euros in sales and just over $2,000 in profit. So them kind of like success stories, I want to take them somewhere like this. So I'll bring them to the content studio. sit him there in that sofa and just do exactly what we're doing now.
Yeah.
His journey. You
Yeah.
know, I want to help other people. You have to turn around and give back too.
100%.
Do you know what I mean? And that's what you're doing to me. You're giving me the opportunity to get my story out there.
Well, I seen,
you know what I mean?
I seen your content. I thought this guy is different.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
We've never had sort of likes of yourself. We don't want to do one genre or type of thing.
A mix of all, isn't it?
Yeah, we want to mix it all and sort of see where's the similarities that all these people have.
Yeah.
And then same with Carly and stuff as
Yeah.
well. You know what I mean? Sort of bring it all together.
That's the one.
yeah.
It's so all these successful people all have very, very similar traits. I'm sure you know it now because you're probably hearing things I've already said.
Yeah.
That people who's already been on there's another customer calling. You know, but do you know what I mean? That's like you're probably hearing the same people saying the same kind of stuff just in their own way.
Yeah, the athletes.
There is no secret sauce. Just put in the work.
Yeah.
Surround yourself with the right people. Have the drive in you. That's it. Like if you have the wee fire in your belly, like I do, like you do, to start your own thing. Like this fella who started his own studio, then do something with it. Don't just let it die out.
Yeah.
Feed the fire. Like that's my thing.
One more for you.
Go on.
If a young man or woman came up to you in the street looking for advice on, business and stuff, what would you say?
You've jarred me there. There's a lot.
Yeah.
Go on, do.
Is there like one overall piece of advice you would say, or is there anything?
I'm trying to think of the right thing. Well, yeah, I know what I would say. I would say you can if you think you can, and if you think you can't, you're right as well. So again, it's up here. Your brain. My dad drummed this into me as a kid growing up. Your brain has two parts. I said this to my primary school teacher when I was like 4 or 5. And she pulled my dad after school at the car park and says, "What are you teaching this kid?" But and she was amazed, but what he says is there's two parts in everyone's brain. There's the thinker and the prover, right? So if you think positive stuff, right? So I can do this. I can create a business. I'm going to turn over £1 million this year. I'm going to do X amount of profit. I'm going to get that client. I'm going to start that, blah, blah, blah. What's the prover going to do? He's going to prove it.
Yeah.
Right? He's going to prove it. But if you flip it around the other way, I'm not good enough. He's looking at me.
The prover then.
What am I? What blah, blah, blah. I'm nervous. I'm not good enough. I'll never be able to do that. What's the prover saying?
It's going to improve it, isn't it?
Yeah. So you can if you think you can, and if you think you can't, you're right as well.
Darragh, thank you so much, man.
Happy enough?
100%. Are you happy enough?
I'm delighted, sir.
Thank you so much for your time. I know you're flat out.
Thank you as well, sir, because it's just class to have something like this to be able to tell my bit of story, and help someone. And if I can inspire one person from this, I'm happy enough. I'm happy enough. But thank you very, very much.
No problem.
Honestly, thank you so much.
As I said, I seen you at the event, must get you on and must talking to you, and here we are, so
good.
Honestly, we'll get you on again, so
100%.
So that has been all from the official Young Hunger podcast. Go check out Darragh. Go check out his blueprint. I'll catch you guys in the next one.
Thank you.